Hey, welcome back to Bluebelly Acres. Oftentimes we like to have these to be light and fun and informative. This might not be so light and fun, but maybe
more real.
More real. Our motto here on the stead or the farm, whatever you want to call it, is one bad day. And sadly, sometimes that one bad day comes a little bit quicker than what you're really planning. And the reason why we're talking about grief and loss on the homestead is because we've had
two
in a week. This has been a little bit of a rough week. We had a chicken last night.
Oh, this morning. I really think it happened.
Yeah, actually, it did happen this morning. Yeah. And something had gotten after it. Now, we have electric fences to keep the predators out, and we didn't really see anything. We happened to be outside, and I saw a hawk light on a post that was inside. And fortunately, I was able to chase it off, but not before it had already gotten one of our chickens this morning.
Yeah. And then we had one of the piglets. She was a runt. We've been keeping our eye on her to make sure that she was eating. She was obviously fighting really hard with her 9 brothers and sisters. But we saw her latching on and could see that she just was small. And it was going to be a fight for her to continue to grow. Well, it was Sunday, I think, and it was a hot day. We came up to check on them, and they had all been out in the wallow and enjoying the sunshine of the day and staying cool. But she was stuck in the yard. She didn't make it back to the hut where the other ones were. And we suspect that she was pretty dehydrated and just very, very weak. So we immediately grabbed her and gave her a bath, like trying to cool her down with some nice cool water. And she just had no energy. Grabbed a bottle. We had some goat's milk and colostrum to see if she could need a little extra boost. And so we were giving her that. She didn't even try to latch on, really. But we got her to swallow, to take in a little bit. So we were hopeful. We were optimistic. So we brought her in, and she kind of spent our evening routine with us on the couch and swaddled in a blanket. And I tried to give her bottle every couple hours. But unfortunately, she passed just before midnight on Sunday. And man, that's rough. It just the feelings that come with it, just hopelessness. I mean, I didn't have a chance to bond with this animal. It was just a week old, like a little over a week. But just the hopelessness as an owner.
And I think that's kind of some of the frustrations is you do have a lot of emotions, and it's hard to process them. Mm-hmm. You're angry, at the hawk, who's actually just by nature just trying to find a meal.
But the sad thing with that, though, wasn't even a meal. It was about sport.
Correct. It was about sport for the hawk. That's sad.
Killed it. At least get a meal out of it. Not that I wish that ever, but I don't know. I don't like the sport aspect.
Right.
Sorry.
But there's anger, as I was saying. But even though predators are going to do, regardless of the hawk, predators are going to do what predators do. They're trying to survive as well. But you still get angry. You're like, why am I chicken? Why am I pig? Or you might be angry at yourself, thinking, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Like with the piglet. Like with the chickens, like we do everything we can. But with the piglet, I know we spent a couple days like thinking, did we miss it? Should we have responded quicker? Should we have seen it faster? And then you start doubting yourself. You think, should I even be doing homesteading? If I can't care for my own animals.
That animal, at least the piglet knew that it was loved.
It definitely did. There's probably not many piglets that spend a night on the couch watching TV with us. Not
a pasture pig, maybe a potbelly.
Yeah, potbelly. But I mean, I think we just kind of wanted to say, if you've ever experienced this, or if you haven't, just be prepared, because it very well could happen. But if you have experienced it, there's some things that you can do. And I know this can sound kind of silly, I guess, but reach out to your tribe, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your friends in the homestead community. But it's important to talk to people, because I guarantee any homesteader that's been in homesteading for very long has dealt with it.
Yeah. You can only keep predators at bay so much. I mean, we've done our best to put perimeter fencing in to help, but an aerial predator that came in, a hawk, I mean, you can't really prevent that. And now we got to watch out for the piglets too, because they are so small. You know, they could be a prime target as well.
Right.
So now we're extra cautious. So don't assume that everybody is safe. You got to keep an eye out for them and protect them the best that you can. But you got to understand nature. Mother Nature is kind of a beast.
Yeah, she is. And I mean, like I said, you got to keep your hopes up, not beat yourself up too bad. One of the other things that I would say that's extremely important, and hopefully I don't have to say this for most people, but it's really easy to kind of turn on each other and say, well, I thought you checked this, or I thought, and almost start blaming. Don't do that. I mean, that's bad. That's the most important, couple on this homestead is not one of our animals. It's me and my wife, Len. And so, unfortunately, that wasn't something that happened with us, but I could see it easily happening, especially if you already have stress from homesteading.
Yeah. It's not an easy job, and that with that comes added stress and pressure. Thankfully, we handle that really well.
Yeah.
And we're able to communicate. Yeah. But if you don't, like you said, that was a good point. Reach out to your tribe. There's so many communities online, Facebook, YouTube, Google, search to get some answers and maybe some support. You won't feel alone. I guarantee that.
Yeah, and I mean, and we don't want to make this really long because I realize that this is kind of a one take, and maybe it's boring to other people, but if you're going through it, just understand, you're not alone in this. So if you've had an experience and want to share it, please post
comment
it in the
below.
comments. Just understand, you're not alone. Every homesteader either has gone through it or they're probably going to go through it.
Right.
But it's important to understand that I will add this as well. Don't go the opposite direction and say, well, it's just an animal. If you have that mindset, I mean, I understand that it's going to happen, but don't close yourself off. The easiest, it's easy to just hide in that and say it doesn't affect me, but I really think it affects everybody. So it's important to unpack that. That don't stick it in a shoebox and stuff it in the closet. So,
right. No, good point.
But again, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing or listening to us. Maybe
you can share.
You can share. Yeah, please share.
Like to get the word out.
Subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But maybe this was our sharing our story with our tribe, and maybe this is therapeutic for us. So we appreciate you watching.
Yep. So like and subscribe. Follow along, comment. Let us know how you feel.
Thanks for joining us.